that catalytic arm of this is so crucial. Yeah. Jeroom, I don't know if you can hear us, but I'd love to bring you into the conversation. I can't see you. There you are, Jeroom.
Yes, I'm here, Danny, and so my name is Jeroom Remmers from the True Animal Protein Price Coalition, which is a coalition of many food companies and NGOs, mainly in Europe, but also in the States. We promote the true pricing or the greenhouse gas emission taxation on food, especially meat and dairy, because meat and dairy in the world are causing almost 20% of greenhouse gas emissions. According to a FAO report, it was 14.5%, but this was, I think, 6 years ago, and it's increasing fast. So we need to do something to reduce it, but those kind of emissions are for meat and dairy every year. So the best thing we can do, according to our organization, is take emission schemes for high-income countries to reduce those kinds of
Jeroom,
and we are very happy that during this climate conference, it as a good thing.
Great, Jeroom. You were cutting out a little bit for us. You're cutting out a little bit for us. So
sorry?
You're cutting out a little bit for us. So I just want to make sure that I can give you a chance to answer a question in case we lose you. In terms of, you know, you've talked about the true cost of meat and dairy and other livestock products. You know, I'm wondering if you can give us a sense of the challenges that agricultural subsidies present when we're talking about these things, because these are commodities that are subsidized heavily, especially in the global north.
Yes, we heard from FAIR that this kind of harmful subsidies are a problem. Subsidies to farmers, for instance, for dairy farmers and meat producers, they encourage farmers to produce more meat and dairy, while we need less of it. So subsidies can be good. We promote subsidies for farmers, but to do the right thing. So to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, to have carbon farming, for instance, or to shift to organic dairy, that kind of things, or plant trees. So we need subsidies for farmers, but different kinds of subsidies. And this kind of new subsidies can be paid from taxation on meat and dairy or ETS systems in the agri-food sector. In Europe, the EU Commission recently published a report on an ETS system for greenhouse gas emissions from the agriculture food sector. And dairy factories and slaughterhouses are the ones most likely to be part of that system. And many countries like Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, New Zealand already plan taxes on meat or for livestock farmers to reduce their emissions.
Thank you so much, Jeroom. I want to bring Jarl into the conversation.
The way it helps.
Thank you so much, Megan. Jeroom, do you want to comment?
Sure. I really report about the hidden cost of our food systems, because this is a reason for environmental and health taxation on food products. This can reduce those externalities. And we know that a lot of G70 countries, including Congo and Uganda, are asking high-income countries now to start taxation on meat or ETS systems for the food sector that generate income also for the loss and damage fund. So we think we support those countries. They have real problems with the causes, the consequences of meat overconsumption in rich countries. So they ask to the rich countries and also to China, reduce your meat consumption. Otherwise, we will never realize the Paris climate goals. And this letter will be sent tomorrow to OECD country ministers, and the low-income countries, they also say we will not sign any COP agreement anymore if the rich countries and China will not target meat consumption reduction and taxation on those kind of products. So that's the state of play at this moment right now. And so we have a lot of CO2 taxation mechanisms in rich countries for the energy sector. It really works well. You can use those tax revenues to subsidize sustainable energy, and you can do the same in food and agriculture systems. Taxation is really needed, and it's already supported by a majority of consumers in Western Europe countries. On the condition that tax revenues are used to pay farmers to do the right things and to compensate low-income groups. So they want also to eat meat and will not be harmed disproportionately. And you can also reduce taxes and prices of vegetables and fruits and plant-based meat and dairy. So this would be my recommendations for the rich countries and China to make announcements to have this kind of systems in the future and really help the greenhouse gas emissions from the sector to go down, together with regulations, of course, and communication why this is needed. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeroom. Such great points.